Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. And if you're in the United States, happy Labor Day. I heard Canada has a holiday too. So, for those of you in Canada, happy holidays. Excited to be here with you. Actually, this is the Monday morning Brilliant Strategies that I've been hosting. I do it 8:30 Monday mornings Eastern Time. Actually, I do it most Monday mornings. And today we had a little dog walking emergency with Callie. Let me just show you. Let me see if we can see Callie over there. Oops, hopefully you guys got to see her. So priorities are priorities, right? Anyways, I'm happy to be here with all of you today. I'm in Boston and we have kind of a great, cool day. So hopefully the sunshine will come out just a little bit. I'm here with my smoothie and I'm here and ready for you guys. And so let me know wherever you are. Say hi. Say good morning. I just actually was out for my walk. If you've been following me, I've been doing long walks every morning. I love it, and I'll tell you, if you know me, I'm a very positive, focused person, but I'm already starting to dread, like the days are getting a little bit shorter, and I just love being able to get out in that sunshine and walk, start my day off that way. It really clears my head. And it's not the same as going to the gym. No offense to any of you guys who go to the gym, but there's just something about being outside and that feeling that sunshine and listening to something cool and motivating and energetic to just kind of get everything going. So, anyways, today we are talking about 3 keys to start to change your relationship with money. And if you're enjoying what I'm sharing here, I certainly hope you will share it along with your community so more people can learn and grow and expand. That's how everything works here. So I want you to think about the first question I have for you is to think about, if you were to respond to this question, how would you fill in the blank money is? Okay, so just kind of think about that for a moment. And if you're here listening, let's see if we've got anyone wants to share. Let me just put my glasses on. And let me know what that means to you. So if you had to fill in the blank, money is, what would you say? Say money is good, money is hard to come by, money is hard to hold on to, money buys me whatever I want, money holds all the answers. I mean, how would you respond? And for those of you just joining us, good morning, happy Labor Day. If you're in the U.S. and Canada, I'm not sure what your holiday is. I don't know if it's called Labor Day or not, so I apologize that I don't know, but I do know you have a holiday. And I'm here with my smoothie. So how would you answer that question? Money is. Because that's going to really determine a lot about where your mindset is around money. And I don't want you to think about what is the right answer, because the right answer is not what's going on in your head. So if you think that money is hard to come by, and that's your first immediate response, that's what you want to write it down and take a look at, because that's what's guiding you in all the things that you do. Money is just kind of a microcosm of your whole entire being. So how you treat money, how you get money, how you handle money, how you show up with money, it's just a tiny microcosm representing of who you actually are and how you show up in the world. I just want to turn my volume up a little bit. There we go, just so people can hear me. So if anyone would like to respond to that, what money is, I'd love to see some answers. And again, if you're just joining us, happy Monday. We're talking about your relationship with money today. We're talking about a small piece of it. It's something that I could probably talk about for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and all that kind of stuff, years, but we've got to start someplace, right? So let's see. So good morning, everybody. And we're talking about the 3 keys. So again, how would you respond to what money is? And if you're like me, when I first heard this question, I want to find out what the right answer is. I don't want you to think that way. I want you to think about what is the first, without even thinking, the first response that comes up. Because that's going to share and really kind of tell a lot about how you view money. Because if you view money as something that's difficult to get, if you view it something that's hard to hold on to, and that's your natural response, not the one that you think you should have, but your natural response, that's going to represent really what's going on with you and your relationship with money. Okay? So that's really the first question I want you to think about, because that really can represent what's going on with you. Now the second question I want you to think about with money is, what is your money story? okay? And just kind of think about that for a moment. And I know there's a lot of talk nowadays about money story and all that. And the thing I want to share with you, because this is something I work with my clients all the time, is that there's actually a lot of money stories, right? And I used to think mine was one thing, but what I realized through work with my mentors, that was just kind of the surface. And so realize it's kind of like a whole book with lots of chapters. And first is the first chapter, kind of the introduction, right? And that's what a lot of us think it is. But truthfully, your money story is really something that's underneath all those layers. And it really takes a while for it to come out. But that's the thing that's really representing how you're showing up. And if you just missed that nugget I shared with you a few minutes ago, is that your money is just a microcosm. So remember this, your money is just a microcosm. Your relationship with money is just a microcosm to how you show up in this whole entire world. Because how you do money is how you do everything. Okay, so I'd love to get some shares or thoughts or ahas. And good morning, everybody. I know we got people on from different time zones, so welcome in, everybody. We're happy to have you here on this Labor Day. It's kind of a gray day here. I'm looking up and it's like I can still see the moon up in the sky, and it's whatever it is, 8:35 or something here, or 8:40. So I'm hoping that we get some sunshine, because I'm definitely a sunshine girl. I'm a Leo, and I like that sun coming in. So the last thing I want you to think about is, what would how much money do you believe you really need to really make you financially solvent? And think about that, because you really should have already know that answer. And whether it means you have to have twice as much, whether it means you have to have 3 times as much, but you should know that number, because that should be the goal that you're working for. And actually, I'm going to cross off that word should, because I really hate using it, but really think about, what is that number that you want to be going for? Okay, and I'd love to get some shares here if anyone wants to share anything or have a question around money. Because what we're really trying to do is just start opening up that dialogue and have you start viewing your relationship with money and think about, how do you handle money? How do you show up with money? Because money, you've heard me say this many times if you've ever, listened to an interview of mine or a webinar of mine, or if you heard me speak live, or if you've coached with me, I say this all the time, money is just energy. It's just representing something. But yet everybody gives it so much power. So what I'm trying to start doing is really start the conversation to diffuse the power you are giving money. Money doesn't really even exist. I mean, people are pulling out charge cards, ATMs. There's now what's the Apple money? I forgot what they call their money, Apple Pay or something. Most people don't even carry around money these days, but yet we give it so much power. So I want you to really, really think about it, and I want you to really start understanding what your relationship is to this thing that you were giving so much power to. In some ways, it reminds me of years and years ago. If you ever, and I grew up going to Sunday school and stuff like that. I'm spiritual, and I'm not really overly religious, but, there are all those stories about people who used to, worship these gods. They make these gods out of these things of gold, these statues, and they would worship them, and they would give it so much power. And that's really what so many people are doing with money these days, is to an inanimate object, to something that really is just a thing. It's just a thing made up of energy and giving so much power to. So I want to start helping you diffuse, and really look at money realistically, what it really is and what it really means to you. So if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to share before I take off for my day and enjoy Labor Day. And again, if you're enjoying this, if you're getting some ahas, I would love for you to share it with your community and start having more conversations. What does this really mean? You want to dive in deeper, you want to really say, Kate, I'm sick of my relationship with money. It keeps screwing me up, and I'm giving it too much power, and it's affecting my emotions. And I get it, because I've been there. I'd love to have that conversation and see if possibly I'm the right mentor for you to help you move all through that and change that and start diffusing what money really is, and you have a much better, healthier understanding of what it is and how it can work for you. So if anyone has any questions, thoughts, comments, oops, the thing just popped up. Here we go. For those of you joining me late, this is the last of my smoothie. It just has some apple and spinach. What else do I have in here? Banana, a little bit of yogurt, protein powder. Oh, and blueberries. Blueberries are very good. Everyone knows about that. Blueberries make you smart or help your brain power. Don't ask me any of the stats. All I know is I read that all over. So you've got to have some blueberries in here. And I'm also just back from my walk, my hour-long walk where I really kind of focus in. That's how I start my day, of really pre-paving of what it is I want to create and how I want to show up. So if nobody has any questions, I'm going to wish everybody a really wonderful rest of the day. If you've got any questions, of course, you can always post them later in the thread, and I'm happy to answer them. In the meantime, I wish everybody a really wonderful end of the holiday weekend if you are celebrating it, and have an amazing day. And until we connect again, be brilliant.